May the 4th be with you, Indie Warriors. Welcome back for another edition of The Dream Drop, your weekly rundown of all the exciting indie and AA releases, this time for the week of May 4th through the 10th of 2026. Let's not waste another moment and hop right into things. Launching May 4th is mini-action city builder Ash and Adam's Existential Treads, a top-down colorful fight through a post-apocalyptic world, whatever that means. This game has a lot going for it. It's a city builder, a tower defense game, and an arcadey retro shooter, so you're bound to find something you like. Made by just two people, Ash and Adam, we're excited to see how we can defend against a rogue AI when this one drops onto Steam. Politicians are notoriously not the best people, but maybe it's a little harsh to call them monsters. Actually, on second thought, Prime Monster is a card-based political roguelike, where every politician is a monster and you'll need to survive a dreadful democratic dystopia. You've got to fight for votes, deal with scandals, break the law, and keep your role as Prime Monster, or you'll have to start from the bottom rung all over again. This quirky monster mash is waiting for you to change the world when it launches on PC on the 4th. Speaking of taking charge, Your Crown is Mine is a brand new Choices Matter visual novel that puts you in the tiara of a newly crowned royal who has the opportunity to fix her kingdom, or bend it to her will. With 4 love interests to choose from, you'll need to balance keeping the kingdom in check with finding time to get your kisses in. And luckily, there are plenty of stats to help you keep track of the lot. Find love, expand your empire, or just attempt to fix your corrupt country when Your Crown is Mine launches onto PC this week. A different kind of country manipulation now with cozy deck builder Islantiles, a game all about placing down settlements and resources in order to gain enough points to get to the next island. Play your cards right, plonking down the right buildings in the right area, and you could craft some truly game-breaking combos. This one's perfect for roguelike fans looking for a more colorful and cozy experience. Islantiles launches on PC on the 4th, but if you fancy trying before you buy, the demo is a great example of what you can expect. Retro-inspired FPSs are all the rage right now, and Blood Vial is adding a whole new messy mechanic to the action. Your health bar is constantly leaking, and the only way to keep it from running out is to shoot your enemies and swim through the viscera that is smattered all over the floor. It's like Splatoon, but a lot more gory. Unlock weapons, climb walls via pools of blood, and boost your blood powers to the max when Blood Vial launches on the 4th. If that was a little bit too much blood for you, then perhaps you should check out MOTORSLICE, though this one's gonna be a little violent too. However, it's a parkour game that tasks you with chainsawing giant machines to pieces until they can no longer cause havoc in this post-apocalyptic world. You'll run, jump, climb, and chainsaw your way past traps and through giant megastructures in between boss fights. Oh, and did I mention you'll need to parkour your way up these giant machines you're fighting in order to find their weak spot and take them down? MOTORSLICE launches on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on May 5th. Everything comes back into fashion eventually: low-rise jeans, Y2K clothes, and even vinyl records. So I'm sure owning a record shop is a surefire way to make a lot of money. And luckily, Waxheads lets you see what it's like to own a record store without having to risk putting the down payment on a shop front. This narrative sim features some fantastic music and requires you, our keen shopkeeper, to listen to customer requests and pick out the best records for them from your inventory. There's plenty of fun art, stories, and drama to sink your teeth into when Waxheads drops onto PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. If you like the violence of Dynasty Warriors but want a little bit more depth when it comes to your build depth, then the pretty substantial 20 to 50 hour campaign of the Awakener Battle Tendency may just be your dream game. Coming exclusively to PC, this action RPG is a mix of hack and slash combat with a hefty emphasis on loot grinding. Built by gamers for gamers, these devs have made a game all about fun, with no padded out nonsense, no live service crap, and lots of baddies to slice through. Clicking and Crafting is the name of the game in PC exclusive Forage Wizard, a relaxing sim all about becoming an alchemical master. You need to collect resources, progress through a huge skill tree, and build machines to harvest magical components. But if that is feeling a little too chill, then there are also a few monsties that are wanting to make your life a bit more difficult. Though hopefully not too difficult, it is still a casual, cozy game after all. Uncover hidden locations and meet quirky characters when Forage Wizard launches this week. Third-person survival horror awaits. Hope you're hungry like the wolf, because Werewolf: The Inner Beast launches on the 6th. Featuring a strong female lead, you must escape a space station just like the good old Dead Space days. Our appropriately dressed friend will take down an assortment of evil creatures using a variety of weapons, and ultimately get to the bottom of why she's been kidnapped. Unlock your inner beast this week. Just in case your indie gaming library doesn't have enough roguelike deck builders, keep an eye out for Rainbow Legends, which is also dropping on the 6th. With anime babes abound, you'll need to rely on your strategy skills as you work to take over various territories. Create buildings, set off traps, and helm powerful relics that your foes will never stand a chance against. The random nature of the game also ensures that no session will ever feel the same. So pick a card, any card, in this release from Unpixel Cloud Cedar Studio, and light up games. Why not roll the dice on this interesting looking city builder? Amberspire is headed your way from Lunar Division. You're on an abandoned moon and must carefully manage resources, create buildings, and deal with real-time weather that can alter the playing field entirely. Different scenarios exist with each roll of the die, and be careful, as the more you build, the more resources get destroyed around you. Go to infinity and beyond in this new indie drop. And hey, just a quick breather here, if you like the content we make, you get value out of it, and you want to support more real people that make real things, well then head over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where you'll gain Discord access to the greatest indie gaming community. Enjoy early ad-free shows, get a shout out at the end of every video we produce, our podcast 3 days early, an exclusive podcast, and so much more. Your new indie gaming community is just a click away. Now, how far would you sail to find the one you love? This is the question asked in Will Follow the Light. I'm not ready to follow the light yet. Playing as a lightkeeper, you'll explore the vast seas and northern landscapes either by boat or by dog sled, apparently. This emotional narrative-driven experience of fathers and sons features gorgeous set pieces and even a few puzzles to crack. Backed by a stirring soundtrack, fans of the genre will want to set sail with this one on the 7th. After a few delays, it looks like Mixtape will finally arrive from Beethoven and Dinosaur and Annapurna Interactive. I know our very own Barely Magic Mike has been absolutely stoked for this release ever since he went hands-on with it. 3 of the closest of friends are having one last hurrah, road trekking about while blaring awesome tunes. The group will relive old memories, seek out thrills, and then dry their tears with love in this amazing-looking release that has an incredible art style. Comment below if you ever toilet papered a house, you little devil. Look what you've done, Vampire Survivors. It's another Survivors-like. Ah, that's fine. Some of these knockoffs have been pretty fun, and hey, maybe Stolen Realm Survivors can prove itself to be more than just a knockoff. Featuring online play, you and your friends will battle off massive groupings of foes as you gain new skills, modifiers, and unleash epic combos. Will you be the next ruler of the realm, or will you die in a bloody pile of bones? Whoa, that got dark for some reason. I was a little later than all my friends to getting a home PC, so I really didn't have one until around 1997. But what was one of the first things I did? I played Minesweeper, of course. Infinity Sweeper hits on all those nostalgic vibes, but changes things significantly, adding new roguelite elements into the equation. There's bosses to take down with a grid that's constantly shifting and changing, so be very careful about where you click next. Tons of upgrade systems and endless replayability await indie gaming fans that want to harken back to the olden days. We've all had a neighbor that we dislike. In fact, my last neighbor quite literally used to pee in his front yard. Boy, am I glad I moved last year. This neighbor is even nastier, if you can believe it, in Dread Neighbor, a spooky first-person indie that ratchets up the scares. Playing as a woman who lives in an apartment, why am I getting Silent Hill 4 flashbacks? Things get darker and darker as the days progress. You just can't quite shake that feeling that someone or something is watching you. Freaky. Multiple endings and terrifying frights await brave gamers. Another game where we get to roll dice and gamble on our very existence. Celestial Return is the latest story-rich RPG to hit the indie gaming scene, one that mixes in a bit of Lovecraftian flair. Expect to make tough choices in this beautifully dark-looking release, where it would seem the real enemy is the inner workings of your mind. Whose mind would you enter for a day if you could choose one person? Let me know in the comments below. There's no heroes in this world, but the game does look like a proper good time. Me and Froggy have something in common. We both hate the snow. Froggy Hates Snow is a hilarious-looking survival roguelike game where, as the title implies, you are a frog who needs to push through freezing cold temperatures and mounds of snow, or, use a flamethrower. You'll gain more upgrades as you progress and even battle against worthy adversaries. This little froggy has at least come prepared, carrying resources in his tiny backpack. This looks so stinking cute that I feel like even if they sent me a code, I'd just buy the game. It's that good, and I can't stop smiling watching the footage. Team 17 is back at it again with Wardrum dropping on the 7th. You're in charge of a band of warriors in this tactical roguelite filled to the brim with magic and mysticism. Evil magic is plaguing the lands, and you must strategize to the rhythm of the beat in this unique spin on a familiar formula. Master critical strikes with every run being different and take down over 35 enemy types in this release from publisher Team 17, who've been pretty busy this year. Up next is a game all about stakes. No, not Flamin' Young, high stakes. In Arsenate, one wrong flip of a card could quite literally set you on fire. Your inner masochist will be tested as each card brings you closer and closer to the flames. You'll need to rely on your memory to increase your already low odds. People have been enjoying these sick and twisted indie games as of late, so if you fall into that crowd, quietly grab this one, a game that almost certainly puts you on a list for purchasing it. TetherGeist is up next, a tough-as-nails precision platformer that will require the perfect combination of patience and skill. Playing as Mai, followed by her spirit creature, the story will be nice, light, and fluffy, but that doesn't mean the game's gonna go easy on you. Use your astral projection ability and find secrets along with alternate paths along the way. And if the challenges scared you off, don't worry too much, as checkpoints are available so that you can die again. A video game where you get to play as Honest Abe, and it's free? That's right, Relic Arena is a goofy-looking 8-player auto-battler where you pick between a variety of historical figures and battle it out. Dish out damage as Cleopatra or save the day as Joan of Arc. This accessible experience is all about the relics, so if you want a bit of history in your arena battling ventures, here you go, you weirdo. Any game that plays around with the title of one of my favorite albums gets to be on this list. This is Duck Side of the Moon. This game is also freaking adorable and mostly involves free exploration, crafting, and collecting. Doug the overworked duck will also build a new home, meaning that cozy fans will find much to appreciate. Quack kills on the 7th. Finally, an indie for us run-and-gun fans. Not nearly enough of these. Alien Strike blasting the Intruders unsurprisingly looks awesome, allowing gamers to gun in 8 different directions with support for up to 3 players. In a clear nod to Contra, you'll battle off aliens with some sick retro visuals and sound design. Oh, and of course there's huge, nasty bosses to take down. Grab it on the 8th and support one of my favorite genres. It's Evolution, baby! Let's close this week out with the very strange, everything is crab, the Animal Evolution Roguelite. As the Steam page says, you'll, quote, hunt, flee, and scavenge in a living ecosystem. It looks like there's going to be a total of around 125 different evolutions, so you should have no shortage of creatures to study. But that's going to do it for this week, folks. We hope you found some awesome indies to add to your collection. Voice to the voiceless. Remember, patreon.com/idreamofindiegames. Hit the like and subscribe button so we can continue to support indies ourselves and bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming.